So this is the result. It doesn't look bad, but in places it looks a bit lumpy where I think it probably shouldn't. So, project, we're now working on the interior and the, well, I guess interior as well.
And then I think the best bet is heavy duty Velcro.
I'm just taking stock of all the parts I have scattered around and which parts I need to install when putting the car back together. The bracket I've made to cover this hole. Progress with the carpets. They look really good.
Kind of done.
You know, I kind of like the aesthetic of just something shiny in this wall of black. That's 10 meters. It's the 26th of May.
Handling of the land, and they just said
Size of that receipt. Yep. So the job for today is to mask off everything I don't want to get paint on. Now, you may have been thinking, shouldn't you have done that first? There you go. We are ready for some painting. There you go. That is the first coat done. Took just under 1 can. You may be thinking, wow, Remy, that looks terrible. Anyway. That is layer 2 down. You can tell the difference slightly less now. In fact, on camera you can barely tell the difference at all, but it's still definitely an off-white colour. I don't actually mind the off-white colour, so we're going to keep it with that. And, well, we have to anyway, because I've run out of paint. I had a phone call, and it seems like I might need a new crankshaft for the Mini, so that'll be fun. Cream colour is now even. That looks quite good. What do you think, Mum?
I think it's great.
Paint is now dry, so time to unmask everything. See how the lines look. Painting all the silverware, or what should be silverware. I was cleaning this bit up, but there's just a big break here. There's another break coming through here, and it's just not in great shape overall. I don't think this one's worth restoring, so I'm just going to buy a new one. It's only 30 quid. 30 quid I could have saved, but we live and we live. I've given this a bit of a wire brush and it's come out so much nicer. I don't even have an example of how bad it looked before. It looks more like this. So I'm trying to work out if I should wire brush everything or I should paint it. I'm feeling like wire brushing it. This is before. This is everything sanded and masked. Ready for some painting. It is the 29th of May. So these are now dry. So I can put a few of them back in the car. The clean one might actually look worse now. Because you can see all the rust spots. Snaces back together. That looks good in there. I think we're having a good day. Lovely. So I have 2 weeks and 5 jobs to do. So the first one I'm going to focus on is the wiring harness that I will try and do tomorrow. So I've got the engine back. Unfortunately, you see the damage there. It needs a new crankshaft, and we've basically worked out that since I'm doing this anyway, might as well take everything apart. So it's going to be a full engine rebuild now, and I've got less than 2 weeks to do it. One interesting view for the back of the car.
To answer everything, you know, the green one.
There's a door at the back. It's coming from the front.
Okay, that's easy to sort out. Perhaps on there, fill it in. Oh yeah, so they've filled in the holes.
what car was that? It's quite a nice bike.
No, you can't really.
That's how they
you can't even have access to do that, really. It is, but then again, it's in good. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one.
It's a solid earth.
It's a lot better. You just automatically duck that.
You'd think.
During the week, he would automatically duck it.
That's not bad. I could live in this.
Smallest room.
I think so.
That's not bad at all.
I think I could live in this.
Yeah, that's bigger than the house you have. Can you get a TV as well?
Get 2 TVs, this one downstairs. And a Sharpie. Wow. Big crack across the ceiling. But yeah, big. That's good height. What's this? Mold and alright.
Let's see if we can find a fuse box, because that would give us an
This is a very well-sized room.
It makes you feel as if somebody's left in a hurry, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's sad.
That crack there, and these cracks going all the way up. That's this crack here. Cost me about £1,000.
Something that needs to be done straight away. The rest of the estate looks alright. I haven't actually had a good look.
That's an interesting bit. So they've got most of the panels for one series. Oh, they've got the steering wheel as well. Controversial opinion, but I don't think that's very safe. This is my loading the car. Crank it up, get it out. There you go, success. So now we are splitting this into 3 bits. So gearbox down here, don't want to mess with. This is the main engine block we do want to mess with, and this is the crankcase, the clutch casing we do want to mess with. So first we have to take this bit off, and then that should allow us to get this separated. So that's what it looks like underneath. Looks pretty cool. Just got to get this bolt off. So I've got the right bit for that. But for the other side, you need to keep this still because it connects all the way through. So I'm just trying random stuff to try and hold onto this. The progress report is too dark to continue, but almost every bolt is gone. Just one down here that I can't get, so I'll get that in the morning. Lovely little reminder about what I'm doing this for. It's all popping up over here. Someone's been hit by a scooter, or a scooter's been hit. So I've got to take this off. That's caught on this tiny, see that little raised bit there? Getting caught on there, so I need to roll that down. But this, that's off. You should be able to just pull. There you go. The other cogs off. So now, check this out. It's free from the gearbox. Well, hey. So this is the gearbox off. So we've just got pure vision of the crankshaft. I've no idea what kind of bolt this is, and I've no idea what kind of bit this is. There's literally no name on it apart from it's Japanese. But this fits absolutely perfectly on there. Could not be more perfect. This is basically a day's worth of work, but look at that. Free spinning, finally. So here's the timing chain. 3 pistons out. Last one, you can see just there's a tiny lip there. And what's basically happened is this piston ring right on the end here, this one, has fallen out of the groove and got stuck. So we need either to compress it or take it out. And I don't have a tool to compress it. I'm going to try and come up with something. So the first attempt was to compress it with a thin sheet of metal. I wasn't able to do that, my hands are slightly too big. So we're going with option 2. Piston is out. Now we are looking here for any deep wear, any streaks, striations, anything that we think, ooh, that shouldn't be there. I'm not seeing anything obvious in any of these. This is as disassembled as you can get.